I've not been around for a while. Hello, how are you? It's a lovely summer's day. My wife and baby are out, so I thought I'd share my thoughts with you about Fallout Shelter. Now, this is a free game at the moment. I've got to say I've been massively obsessed with it. I am currently down to just one more trophy, and I feel, well, since I've only got one more trophy left, hopefully it will happen by the time we finish. So, Fallout Shelter. Basically, it's a glorified mobile game. That's all you really need to know. Just with a Fallout Shelter, well, Fallout, liquor paint over it. So the sitch is this: you build up your little shelter. These are these here. Triangle, elevator, living quarters. Those are the things you only get initially, and then the more people you get, then you unlock all of this rubbish. And the more you do, the more you need. All of that nonsense, really. Yeah, it really is like a glorified mobile game, but it is extremely addictive. I've basically spent 3 weeks just playing this, but not really playing it. That's the thing. It's not really a game. Not really. It's a sit and wait game. And I mean, you can. This is one of the things I wanted to point out. You can cheat on this ever so slightly. Handy to know, isn't it? The tip that I would give you is you turn off your network, and then I can't show you because it will stop the recording. You turn off the network and then you alter the time without it being on the internet. And then, yeah, you get yourself further ahead that way. Otherwise, you'd have to wait around until everything happens, which I would assume would take a very, very, very long time, because I've been playing this for like 3 weeks and I'm nowhere near finished yet. I'm trying to see how many raids. Where is it? Probably gone past it now, haven't I? Yeah, so these are the stats. 82 hours and 20 minutes. I don't know if that's like inclusive. I think it is, of just what I've been playing with it being on. So you can see it's a massive time waster. It's 40 radio attack stop. Ugh. So you got 10 more until I can do anything. Anyway, so it's a bit like The Sims, but not really like The Sims at all. It's, you know, it's one of those do things, make people do things, and then wait around for things to happen again. You know, that old chestnut. So, for example, initially, all you'll be doing, you'll be building like this, living quarters, and then power station to make everything run, and then water and food. That's initially what you're going to be doing. You want to have enough people. I think you start off with like, I can't remember now, 15, 20, something like that. And you assign them to each room. The more stats they have, like Shirley Peterson here, her largest stats are in I and C. Ha! Intelligence and charisma. So theoretically, you want to put her into a room that reflects that. And also changing the costumes will affect their special rating as well. So each bit reflects a different room. So for electricity, it's strength for some reason. Don't know. For what's it called? Per. The per is for water. I can't remember what per was. And the is agility, and that's for food. What? This sound indicates Poppy and Cappy coming in. This is how you can get yourself some more treats. I would recommend, because this is one of the quests that you have to do, recommend doing that as soon as possible. It does help a lot in terms of your monies. Your monies. I can't remember how much you have to do, but the Overseer's command center is where you do all your quests. So you press up, and you can assign people to quests. I usually went for like vault tech boxes because they're quite handy. And then later on in the game, you sort of like go for what you need, really. Because if I'm honest with you, I wanted to platinum this game, and I'm still not there yet because it's a massive time waster in 82 hours, and I have cheated for a fair bit of it. So you press X loads when he's in the room and dancing, and you get more caps. With the bottle one, you get what's it called? Oh, Nuka-Cola, which can like skip things, which is really handy if you're trying to just like speed through it. What else is there to say? So let's show you a quest. So once you unlock the quests, this is more or less the bread and butter. It's the fun bit of the game. See, this stuff, you just wait around for shit to happen. You know what I mean? And then, so you can go out to quests. So this one's a Vault Tech Experiment Review. I said it right that time. Usually I say review. No, I said review. And even this can get really repetitive. Like after 80 hours of playing this game, I am honestly done with it. It's repetitive, but I think the point is that you need to get to a certain point. So each thing you have to get like, oh, what's one of the examples? So I had to do 100 objectives, which is the things that you do randomly, and you get. Oh, Gary. No one calls us Gary Attack. These bits are quite funny. I quite like them. These are Angies peoples. Oh my godness. Yeah, it does get a bit repetitive after a while. So you'll notice that these are naked mole rats. There's about 4 different enemies in the game. They all look very similar. The only difference is the level in which they do things. So, if you like repetition, like my good self, and not having to play a game very much, just watch it play out, then by all means, this is the game for you. No, I'm downplaying it, but I actually did have a good time with it. And for a free game at the moment, like, I would definitely suggest it. If it's your cup of tea. That's the thing. Like, everybody's different on games, aren't they? But for me, this was perfect. Like, where I've just had a newborn babes, it was really easy to, like, give them hugs or winding and have this in my hand and not really feel too pressured to have to play the game. We know the answers. This is Gary. Gary! Well, this is a relatively easy one. Sometimes they rank up the difficulty really, really high. And it becomes quite stressful. Like, if you get to the point where you can... See, everything is important in the game. Like, everything that you need to do is pretty important. So, when you start going into more difficult quests, I would recommend getting, like, your stim packs and your radaways on everyone. Like, maximum, because even if you don't use them all, at least then you don't do what I did and get fucked every now and again. So this is your critical attack. Press it on the right go. Simples, like Alexandra the meerkat. Go compare. It's not the right one, Jay. Yeah. So this is relatively simple. You just go a few buttons. You just watch it unfold. I'd say it's a pretty easy trophy to get. Not that I've got it yet, but I would assume once I've got it. I think the hardest one is having to wait for 50 raiders attacks on your vault. Because I mean, if you're focusing on this stuff, then this takes up a lot of time, and the raiders don't attack. And it can take ages. And then, as I say, there's like a few different attacks. Oh, these are coming out hard and fast. There's a few different attackers, so it's not just raiders that'll raid your vault. It'll be death claws, feral ghouls. I think that's it. These guys don't come. Neither do the what's the other ones? Oh, rad roaches. They can happen inside. Anyway. So I mean, the appeal for me was getting everybody up to boss levels. Like, it is an RPG element, getting everybody up so that you're cheesing this shit. But then again, I was quite surprised when things were quite difficult sometimes. I was like, oh no, I'm fine now. But nah, you can't ever take things for granted because it will bite you in the bum. What other important bits are there? So the other important bits, so if you get like, when you open your lunch boxes, if you get the special guys, then use them to send out to the wastelands. I'll show you that when we get back. You use them and then you're more likely to get like more crap that you can use within the game. No, I've really enjoyed the simplicity of this game. I'd say it's probably one of the, I think in a sea of open world serious games where, you know, you're just walking around killing things and it's very story heavy. Oh, take a weapon, sack a butt. That junk looks useful for crafting. Outfit. I would say the weapon. Gary! Got that one. Got that one. It's always important when you're doing the quests to check every room. Especially when you're trying to get everything and make people more powerful. You never know what's going to happen. I was a late bloomer in trying to complete everything properly. And I wish I'd saved myself all of the trouble first by knowing things, and then I might have got this done like, I don't know, a fair while ago. But what can you do? So really, you just make sure that nobody dies on these missions. They do the rest of the work. Equip them with the best equipment when you're going on quests. I didn't realise how important agility was when I first did it, because that seems odd that they put an elevator there, because it makes the battles go much quicker. Like, if you can invest in agility, then do it, because it makes everything a lot quicker. Obviously, special is your strength, so the higher that is, the more you're going to hit the enemy. Endurance is how many hits you'll take. In the later stages, that will be important, especially when you come against... So the thing is that it's the same stuff that you're fighting all the time. There's no variation. It's just that they'll get harder and they'll wipe your ass out. So this is the last room. Dead, I've done all these. And then, but I've got to the point now where I don't need to do this anymore. I just wanted to keep one to show you, really. So you do the thing, you get the stuff, and then like the mobile game thing is where you have to wait to get to the mission and wait to come back to the mission. But as I said, you can cheat with that. You can move the clock forward on your PlayStation 4 to get you there quicker, get stuff done quicker. I don't think it's really a cheat. It's a stupid bloody thing that you have to wait around for things to happen anyway. So a mobile game, like, you can do it for Nuka-Cola, but you'll need that once you start getting antsy and you want stuff to happen quickly. What was the other thing I was going to say? I can't remember now. I said I was going to show you when I got back. No idea. So yeah, you can rush stations. It's a trophy for that. You just press up. And the incident is how high it will be, is how wrong it will go. Sometimes you'll want the trophies, you'll want to then make mistakes and stuff, and you want to get in battles to get up as high as you can go. If you don't, then don't do it. People that are in rooms generally don't get level experience or anything like that. And your warehouses, your storage places. This is one of the things, if you mix up a girl with one of the boys in these rooms, she'll get eggers preggers and they'll make a baby. What? This is supposed to be a kid's game. That's not. I shouldn't think it's a kids game. Well, it's adult. So, yeah, the higher the charisma, the better they will do in making babies together, making love, and listen to that sweet, sweet music. What I'll do, because it will take ages otherwise. Alright, chuck you back in there. So, charisma is how you make babies. Let's get Free Dog in there. Let's get Free Dog. Free Dog. And let's get one of the higher level ladies. So Sarah Wright. No, I don't like her face, do you know what I mean? Marie Newton. There you go. Here you go, Marie. Sorry, Ruth. we don't want none of you here in his house. Chuck you in the warehouse. I quite like this bit in the sense that it's if you actually zoom in on them like so, you see them like having a chat. See, they have a little chat, and because they're both high charisma, hopefully they should be getting it on very, very shortly. A little boogie. Let's say this is how real love works. You have a little boogie, you have a little chat. I'm glad we got some time together, says Free Dog. And Ruth's like, oh, cheers. No, Marie, sorry. I put her in really skimpy stuff, see? And then he gives a thumbs up, and they're like, oh, I've kissed you. Oh. Now, right, this is the best bit. Keep highlighted on Marie there. The silhouette in the background. Oh, she bends over, look, and they're having a great time. Oh no, they just kissed. See, doesn't that look like she's bending over? And 2 seconds later, out she comes. She's got a slight smirk on her face, but she's not happy, you can tell. They've ruined their lives. That's not reflective of what happens in real life. But what I would suggest is don't have a baby unless you really want one, because they're hard. Just a life hack for you there as well. So periodically, things will come in, and they'll try to mess you up as well. Make sure you've got high enough levels to deal with it. There's a lot of times when I've did on my other actually. So this is my second playthrough, and I've done well. What I'm going to show you is how not to play the game, because I looked it up a little bit more. I found out what I was doing wrong. And so let's have a look at my other vault, which was 777, I think. Yeah. So, and I didn't have enough money to keep everybody alive. Just didn't. So, and all these things that happen when you're not leveling up your people properly or raising their stats, you get wrecked, son. The other important thing to note is, that's the daily objective, put all of the things together. So upgrade things but put them all together. So I've got loads of single rooms here, which is rubbish, and that is how I screwed myself over, because you couldn't upgrade. Every time I was doing something I was getting messed up. Oh, here you go, death claws. Hundreds, do you know what I mean? And they wreck you. They wreck you, mate. I can't keep up with this. I'm only level 14. Look at how many people are dying. Look, he's just moving on. Screw him. See, the death claws, they can go down either side, so that's why in my new playthrough I only had one row of elevators. More than one room, you get wrecked, son. Look at them. Look at them. Look at the destruction. All of these people. I can't afford to revive all those people. And he's not going to stop until he's done every single room. Bastard. Anyway, that's that. I just want to show you how to do it wrong. Upgrade everything. Upgrade everything. Put them all together, because this is a waste. All of these, you can upgrade these as much as you want. It's not going to be as much as when you upgrade everything. You know? Look at that. Done. Nobody's happy. Everyone's dead. Look at them all. Sad sacks. They're like, Oh, poor guys. Oh, all sad. Yeah. I mean, play the game yourself, really. You know, it's good. It's a good time waster. I liked it. I did it for 80 hours. I really wanted to platinum it whilst we were playing. It's very unlikely that I'm going to get 10 raiders that are going to interrupt because it just takes so long before anything happens. I hate it, actually. Like, when you... I did notice when you were fast-forwarded in time, every time you did it, it's like the game knows and it just chucks death claws at you soon after you've done it. So, yeah, be wary of that. I used to just click off of the game, close it completely, and that seemed to resolve it relatively quick. But you have to be quick, otherwise it does save the game state whilst you're being mauled by death claws. Oh, but didn't say death eaters. That sound signals that a mysterious man is around here somewhere. The more rooms you have, the harder it is to find him. He gives you a hefty whack of caps. Yeah. That's all I got to say on that, really. I mean, there's no more to show you. It's more or less the same thing over and over again. The whole game is just building up stuff. And, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's all good. Love this guy. Confessor Cromwell. Here's my favourite. I didn't make any that was me. This guy looks like me, doesn't he? Brandon Bowman. So, it's nice, isn't it? I think you can change their names. Oh, hang on. No. Shut up. I'm good at games. Options. No. I'm sure I was able to do it on my Vita. Yeah, anyway. Thanks for watching my video. Like, share, subscribe. Or fucking don't. Tip top. Top notch. Love you guys. Bye.